Hola y bienvenido a Vodcast 2.4, Perfectos. Okay, so we're going to learn a new tense, so don't freak out. This one is super easy, all right? The first thing you need to learn are the past participles of your verbs. Very easy to form, all right? Your past participle endings for AR, you're going to drop the AR verbs and add ado. So hablar is going to go to hablado. For ERIR, you drop the ERIR and you're going to add ido. Comer goes to comido. Vivir goes to vivido. Easy so far, right? Of course, here is a list of a whole bunch of irregulars. So abrir is abierto. Cubrir is cubierto. Decir is dicho. Escribir is escrito. Hacer is hecho. Morir is muerto. Poner is puesto. Romper is roto. Ver is visto. And volver is vuelto. And you should know what all of these verbs mean. You know how I love to ask irregulars, so if you don't know what one of these verbs mean, please look it up. These are a few more irregulars. These are irregulars that require accents. So they have the regular endings on them, but you have to throw an accent on the I. Okay, so caer is caído, reír is reído, leer is leído, oír is oído, traer is traído, and creer is creído. Okay, so make sure you get those accents on every one of those I's. Again, you should know what all of these verbs mean. If you don't, look them up, put them in your notes, learn them. All right, so now we're going to take, that's the past participle that you formed right there. Now we're going to take and we're going to add that to haber to make the present perfect tense. Okay? We use the present perfect tense to express an idea that somebody has already done something. Okay? It's formed by adding the present tense of haber plus the past participle of the verb. So you're taking what we just went over, the past participle, and adding the present tense of haber. So for example, for hablar, you're going to say he hablado, has hablado, ha hablado, hemos hablado, han hablado. So notice how your hablar stays the same the whole way through. The only thing you're changing is the haber. Now these mean I have talked, he has talked, you have talked, we have talked, they have talked. Okay? So even though haber sounds like tener, okay, so it has that has, have, all of that, it does not replace tener. We're using haber as a helping verb only here to mean have. So do not start replacing tener in your sentences with haber because that will not work. Okay? So just keep track of, for the present perfect, all you're keeping track of is the conjugation of hablar in the present. Keep your participles the same the whole way through. Okay? All right? And the hand in hand with that is the past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used for an action that had already occurred when something else happened. Okay? So you're going to use these when we have two actions that occurred in the past. One occurs before the other. Okay? And this is also with haber and the past participle, but this time we're going to use the imperfect of haber. Okay? So you have había hablado, habías hablado, había hablado, habíamos hablado, y habían hablado. Alright, so again you see your hablar is staying the same. It's hablado the whole way through the conjugation. The only thing that's changing is your conjugation of haber. Okay? And these mean I had talked, you had talked, he or she had talked, we had talked, they had talked. Okay? Now one of the questions I get a lot is why do we have to learn this? Why can't I just use your regular preterite or your regular imperfect? And a lot of times you can. You don't necessarily need to use this. It's in more advanced writing. You're going to see it, if you haven't already, in some stories and things that we've read. So you need to know what it means when you see it. All right? Your past participle, like the hablados or the vividos or the comidos, those are all the ed form of the verb. Okay? And then the haber is going to be your helping verb, which means has or had. All right, so here is some practice. Try these. Conjugate the verbs. I threw in some vocabulary here to help you. All right? And then when you're done, you got them all translated, check out your answers on the next page. Do the whole sentence. Do not just do the verb, because again, you need that practice with your vocabulary, right? And here are your answers. If you didn't get these, if you're totally confused, if it's just unclear, talk to me in class. We've got a lot of practice exercises on these perfects, so hopefully it'll become clear then. Okay? Biggest thing is not getting yourself confused between the present and the past. Present is has and have, and past is going to be using the had. See you in class.